My name is Agnese Blaubarde and I am interior architect in Cedervall architecture office in Stockholm. Gunnar Cedervall founded the architect company in the 1950s, and he was actually a school architect. And we are still doing the schools and offices and hospitals and working a lot with those kind of environments. It was in 2012 I got my first BIMEYE project. It's very, very funny, but I got a quick introduction from BIMEYE support, and it went so well. It has been always this that I need to use more programs that just concentrating on one. So it was like calculation and how it looks and how it fits, and so it was always hard to keep track on all those steps on the project. So that was a big thing, I think, for me, to just keep everything in one place. It was easier to synchronize with the Revit. That's a program we are using, working with BIM, and it was just easier, and it was so compatible with the BIMEYE you had. So it was a natural way to use the program. As interior architect, for me it was natural to use the interior manager application you had, because it's about the furniture you put in the room and the materials you use, and you can describe everything, and you can synchronize and get all those small benefits out of it in a simple way. For me, it was like a very natural to work in this way. I would say I save about 20–25% of my time, but it's not the biggest part of it. It's also that I feel so safe to using it, because I get all my lists and drawings synchronized and on time. Still, sometimes I need to go in and just look at it and see if everything looks fine, but the program do rest of the things. Yes, of course, because I count on the program and I get it back. So it's kind of online. It's a database, and everything you put in, you can get repeated in all the ways. There are no fails between the numbers or the letters you write. You can keep on track and still concentrate on your work more than on the technical part of it. And when I work with the BIMEYE interior manager, you have also this feeling about that it's synchronized so well and it's compatible. Always I make changes in my room with the amounts of like delete anything. I can just synchronize and get it right in my report when I take it out in PDF. So there are no questions that I miss anything, or is this different, looks different. And also the thing with the BIMEYE interior manager is that actually it's a real product if you want it. And then there's a manual. You made it in the format of you get it like a PDF document with all the information you need, and the pictures and description about materials and where it's belong, which room and which area and amount of the furniture. And still it's still database, but you get it in a format you can communicate with others, your colleagues, your others consultants, and it's you save it for the future as well, and you can use it at the place you are working with the furniture when it's ready. It's mostly that I synchronize from Revit, and I do my whole work in BIMEYE. Actually, I describe and I put in my ready-made report and manual how I wanted it looks in the end. So all the things I do in the BIMEYE program. And there is everything about the materials. I can put my own like small pictures with how textile looks and what kind of material and color it is, and so it's actually so useful that I can adjust and do anything I actually want in this manual, and I get it out in the way it's understandable for others also. Contrary to my other colleagues who was actually maybe working with the databases, I didn't use or didn't know so much about them. But when I get my login and actually got my first project, I got help from BIMEYE support. There was two very nice and kind people who just gave me so much time and energy to just understand, and I was so quick up to the project and actually got used to it very quick. And my next project was just by my own. I just got some very few support questions about the technical part, how it works, and can you load up this, and I want this different, and just more for adjust for my own way to work. But so I think it's easy if you want it. To work with the project is always to go through the process, and all the involved people working with the projects, they need to do the checklist and controls and manuals and fill out the documents about how they work and what things and programs they have been using, and I think this is one of the good things that we can actually work with, that it actually ensures that we are doing right and it will be the right way in the right time. We need to be ISO certified each year, and with BIMEYE we can assure the quality of the documentation as is required. So that's why it feels good and we're still using it. And you don't know what you're missing.